Hey, in this video I'm going to show you how to quickly create this website. Isn't this beautiful? It's fun, fresh, and it's inspiring, and it just makes you want to look around more. I've gone through hundreds of websites because I wanted to find the perfect one to show you, one which has everything you need to be successful online, and I've chosen this website to share with you, and here's why. Just look how beautiful it is. It speaks for itself. It's also so easy to use, and it's going to save you thousands of dollars paying someone else to do it for you. You get all these sections ready for you to use, customized to how you want them and working for you to grow your success online. All it takes is some quick and easy steps to get this up and running, and I'm actually going to take you step by step through everything, and you're going to have this beautiful looking website, and it will cost you less than having dinner out. Who wouldn't want to make such a great investment? So whether you're a freelancer, blogger, small business, medium business, a photographer, an artist, an entrepreneur, whether you're just starting out or maybe you're more experienced, or maybe you're someone who just is keen to have their own professional, responsive website, well, this is literally just copy and pasting, dragging and dropping what you want where you want it to be on your site. It's that easy. We'll be using a platform called WordPress, and if you haven't heard of this before, don't worry, it's really big. It's used by some of the biggest companies and celebrities all over the world. Forbes, Mashable, Jay-Z, eBay, Katy Perry, just to name a few, they all use it. And by the end of this video, you're going to be a pro at using WordPress, and you will have this website as your very own, customized of course to how you want it with your own content. This website is inspired by multi-million-dollar businesses, such as, for example, Hollister, Android, Coca-Cola, Ford, and Apple. And as you can see, all of these have engaging headers here with a big image that draws you in. It's eye-catching and it's engaging. They all have a great call to action to get you to keep reading and to make that next move. It's the same with the website that I'm going to be showing you how to create. You'll have a full screen header with a beautiful image and a great call to action. Just like these websites and many others, they all use this method because it works time and time again. Visitors are instantly engaged and they want more. They are far more likely to keep browsing and wanting more of your content, to read your blog posts, watch your videos, buy your products or services, or anything that you're offering. It keeps your audience browsing and enjoying themselves. You'll also be super proud of doing this. And by the way, I totally get it. This might feel a bit overwhelming or look hard. You might feel like you won't be able to do this. You can do this, and you will have an awesome looking website, and I'm going to show you how. I take huge pride in showing people just how easy it is to get a website up and running quicker than it has ever been possible. So to give you a quick example, here's a website that's already completed, okay? And if I take this header area, to do this a few years ago would have probably taken you hours of coding using HTML and CSS. And if anything went wrong, countless more hours to fix it, right? Now it's nothing like that. All you have to do is create this area in just a few clicks, and you're done. It literally takes minutes to accomplish. And remember, I'm going to be showing you every step. All you need to do is sit back, relax, get comfortable, maybe go and grab a coffee, a lemonade, maybe a snack, and just follow me step by step. It's my job to make this as easy for you as possible, so you can learn and apply what I show you and not get lost in the process. If you need to just pause the video to take notes, have a sip of that coffee, or take a break, that is absolutely fine. So when you're ready, let's get going. I've created a simple system that goes through setting up each section of the website. So in just 7 easy steps, you're going to have this website live on the internet. No gimmicks and no overwhelm. Just 7 simple, actionable steps. So what will you be doing in the next 7 steps? And what can you expect to achieve? Let's take a look at that now. Step 1 is all about registering your website address. You'll learn what a domain name is, how to register one, and tips and tricks on the best practices when choosing one. Just like buying a house and having an address for your website to live, so then people can stop by and say hello. We've also got a great little coupon code which will take 50% off the cost. Step 2 is installing WordPress to your domain name, so you can then start creating your website. This is done in a few clicks, it's quick and easy. In step 3, you're going to be amazed how your new website looks, because we'll be installing a new theme to totally transform the look and feel of your site. And again, this takes about 3 or 4 clicks to do. It's so fast. You will get to know what a theme is and then be introduced to your new theme and how to install and activate it. Then we're going to take a sneak peek at how it looks. In step 4, we start creating the foundations of your website and get it online. You will learn the ins and outs of your new theme, how to find your way around and customize anything you want so you can make it your own. You're going to have lots of fun watching a website come to life. You're going to love this. Step 5 will be creating the different sections for your website, such as these right here. And we're going to add some social media buttons, as well as your about page and a contact page, so visitors can then carry on the conversation and connect with you. This is a great way to grow your community. It grows trust in your brand, and it also expands people's awareness for what you're doing. So step 5 is going to be awesome. Step 6 is all about getting the other pages onto your website. So we're going to be creating a blog page and a bonus page that I'm going to be telling you about in the video a little later. But having a blog really gives you the opportunity to deeply connect and talk to your audience about the things that matter to them the most. You can build and establish the know, like and trust factor with them. And you can do this by giving your audience regular, fresh and relevant content which speaks to their interests. It fulfills their wants and needs. And if you do this, you're going to be on your way to building a profitable online business. Oh, and by the way, don't worry if you haven't written before or you don't want to. I'll tell you about some great resources that you can use. The final step on our journey, step 7, I'm going to be giving you some of our favorite plugins to use on your new website. And these are going to be game changing to your success. If you don't know what a plugin is yet, you're in for a great surprise. But basically, they are little tools that enhance your website's capabilities. By the way, my name's Theo, and I'm a filmmaker and a content creator here at WME, and I create all the videos, media and animations that go on our website, YouTube channel, blog and social media. Take my hand and let's get started. Step 1. Getting your website domain live. The first step is to register a domain name and get hosting, right? So a domain name is the name of your website. It's what people type in to visit your site. So for example, our domain is websitesmadeeasy.tv, okay? You can see it here at the top. Hosting is just somewhere for your website to live. It's just like moving house. Your website will live somewhere and it's going to have an address. That's the domain name. To do both of these things at once, we use HostGator. You can get your domain name and hosting with them. And we've used HostGator for years because they are fast, reliable, they're cheap, and they know WordPress. We've even got a coupon code that's going to make this even cheaper for you. So what are we waiting for? Let's head to hostgator.com, and when you're there, you now want to click on Get Started Now. Now scroll down and you'll see 3 different options: the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan. So the business plan is more expensive than we need, so I'm going to focus on these other 2, the baby plan and the hatchling plan. So the baby plan is perfect if you're planning on using more than one domain name, because it lets you host unlimited domains. The hatchling plan is slightly cheaper, but you can only have one domain with it. This is entirely up to you, but I'm going to choose the hatchling plan for this video. So on this next page, we just need to fill out some information about the domain that we want and the hosting. Here is where you choose your domain. All you do is type in the name that you're after and it will see if it's available. You can also change it from .com or .co.uk or .tv or whatever you're looking for. I'd recommend staying with .com or something that relates to your business or where you live. If you write a domain and you get a green tick, that means it's available, so that's great. Think about this carefully, and if you need to pause the video while you come up with that unique domain name, just press play after when you're ready. Step 2 is to choose your hosting plan, a username and a security pin. So like before, I'll choose the Hatchling plan, and then you choose how long you want your plan. And you can choose between a month-to-month subscription or 3 years. So for this example, I'm going to do month-to-month. So now let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is where you fill out your payment information. I've already done this, so again, pause if you need to, and then play once you're ready. One thing to make sure when you do this is to use a good email address, because HostGator will send you emails with your login details. So next is step 4, and this is additional services. And by default, HostGator adds on a few extra services that we don't actually need right now. So I'm going to make sure these are all unselected. You can always get these later on if you need them. Okay, on to step 5, and here is where the coupon code that I mentioned is going to go. This will reduce the cost by 50%. So just enter WordPress Hero and press validate, and the cost should come down. So now make sure you're happy with everything and that you agree with the terms by clicking here, and then click on Checkout Now. You're all done. Congratulations. You're now the proud owner of your own domain name. Next is to install WordPress so you can then start building your website. And that's what we're going to do in step 2. Getting your website live on the internet. So HostGator will have sent you an email, so head to your emails to find it. Here it is. So I'm going to open it, and you'll see a few links, but the only one that you need is the control panel link, which is this one here. So then all you do is click on it, and you'll go to your cPanel. So the cPanel is where you can install WordPress, as well as do lots more stuff with your new website. Okay, so log in using the username and password, which you chose just now. And here we are in the cPanel. And at first this might look a bit overwhelming, and it did for me when I first saw it. But don't worry about it. All you have to do is click on WordPress installer here. So click that. And now all you have to do is select your domain, and that's the domain that you just chose. So you select it from the list. This is the one I just created, and then you click next. Now all you have to do is enter some information. So a blog title, the admin user, which is the person that's going to be looking after your website. So if this is you, just enter your name, your first and last name, and then an email address. Then click on the Terms of Service Agreement, and then all you do is click on Install Now. If you need to pause the video while you do this, that's no problem. Just click play again once you're done. Once you've done that, you'll see that it's going to be installing WordPress to your domain. And once that's done, you'll get a success message, and you'll see right here that you've got your username and password. So for now, all you do is click on this link, which takes you to your new website. And you might see this page or a page saying there is one more step, and that's to set up the name servers. You don't need to worry about what a name server is. It's just so HostGator and your domain are properly linked up. It's quick and easy. We're going to do that right now. We're going to link those two together. And if you're seeing a different page like this, then don't worry about this bit. It's actually done it automatically for you, so you can just skip this bit if you want to. So to set up your name servers, all you need to do is log into HostGator using the username and password that you chose when registering. And if you've forgotten those, it will still be in your billing email that you received earlier. So go to HostGator.com and then click on Customer Portal at the top and log in. Then all you do is click on Domains, and then click on your new domain, and then look for the name servers here, click on Change, and then select Automatically point my domain to my hosting account, and then Save. So this might take a few minutes to finish and for those two to be properly linked up. But once that's done, head back to your website, refresh the page, and you should see a page just like this. When yours is all set up, all you have to do then is click on Admin Login, and this will take you basically to the back end of your website where you can log into WordPress and start creating your website. So we're going to log in, and boom, you're now on your website's dashboard, and you're the proud owner of an online website. You've done it. Well done for sticking with this. It's huge. You'll have a few messages come up by default, so remove these messages. Just click on I don't need help and remind me later. And now the real fun is about to begin in step 3. Installing your brand new website. So you should be on your WordPress dashboard now, and this is where you do all your customization to build your website. And you'll notice you have a few areas in the middle here, and these can be helpful in the future to give you a quick look at what's happening with your website. So when you first log in, you can have a quick glance at the At a Glance section, which shows you a quick glance of what's happened while you're away. Or Quick Draft lets you quickly write a post or draft, and this can be helpful if you have a quick idea or something you just want to write down. You can also just close these sections if you want to make it look cleaner and uncluttered if you don't want to use them. The main thing you'll be using here though is this toolbar on the left, which has lots of different tools, such as posts, media, pages, appearance, plugins, and the settings. Over the next few steps, we're going to be using all of these, so you'll get to know them well. Alright, so we've installed WordPress. You've got your website online right now, so let's go and have a look at it and see how it looks out of the box. All you need to do is hover your mouse over here where it says the name of your website, right click and open it up in a new tab. Awesome, okay, it's up and it's live, and I know what you're thinking, it doesn't look like much. And you're right, it doesn't. This isn't the theme that we'll be using, it's just a default theme that is used for every fresh WordPress install. We're going to be installing a fresh new theme now, which is going to totally transform the look and feel of your website. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard, and you can do that by either clicking here or on the other tab if you have two open. Now I want you to go to your toolbar and find Appearance and then Themes. This page shows all of the themes that you've downloaded at the moment. The one which is active right now is here. See, it says active. That's the one that we just saw. So we now want to add a new theme to use for our website. And you can do that by clicking on Add New here. This is where you can browse thousands of WordPress themes available to use, completely free. And you can filter them by popular themes or featured. But we've done the hard work for you by going through many of these, and I found the best one to use. It's called Sydney. I've worked with so many themes, and this has got to be the easiest one I've ever used. And I'll be totally honest with you, before I knew about this theme, I had actually bought myself a theme, which was great. It was a great theme. It was also fairly easy to use, but that theme cost me quite a bit of money. And when I saw Sydney and how much easier this was, what you could do with it, I was sold. I couldn't believe it. I moved straight to the Sydney theme. That's how good this theme is. Now all you do is search for it here. So you type in Sydney and it'll show up. Now you want to install it, right? So all you do is click on Install and then activate it here. And you're all done. You can see the active theme is now Sydney. So guess what? Let's go check out how our website looks again. Get ready to be amazed at the difference. Hover over here again and open your website. Are you ready? Okay, isn't that just beautiful? I just love this big header image and the call to action. These really catch your attention. I hope you agree this just looks so much better. One last thing to do is head back to your dashboard and you should have a little message saying to install a couple of plugins which go with the theme. And if you don't know what a plugin is, don't worry. Plugins are basically just little tools which enhance the functionality of your site and make your website really powerful. And it makes your life a lot easier. You don't need any development skills to be able to use them either. So click on Begin Installing Plugins and then click this box. Then click on the drop down here and select Install and click on this button that says Apply. This will start installing both of the plugins. Now click on this link that says Return to the required plugins installer, and now we have to activate these plugins. So like before, click on this box to select both of them. Tap the drop down menu, select Activate and click on Apply. Now we're going to upload the demo content, and we've got a whole bunch of images that you can use on your own website. And I'm now going to show you where you can find them and how you can upload them. So these images are readily available and they're ready to go for you, and you can find them directly on our blog. So just go to websitesmadeeasy.tv/blog/journey, and it will take you directly to the blog post. And this post is actually awesome. It's the whole video but in text format. So if you'd ever like to read the steps that we've just gone over, here it is. So you can go back and have a look in detail. If you've missed anything, you can go here and look at the areas that you need to go over again. You'll find the images here, and all you do is click and download the zip file. Go to the zip file that you just downloaded and double click it to unzip it. We need to do this so we can upload it to WordPress. So now head back to your WordPress dashboard, and to upload these, just go to Media and Add New. Then select Files, and now find the file that you unzipped, and it should contain all the images that we've included for you. These are ready to go, they're the right size, so you can just use them straight out of the box. To upload them, click and drag to select all of them, and then click on Choose. And as you can see, it'll start uploading every image. And once those images are all uploaded, you can find them in your media library here. So just click on Library, and there they all are. You've got every image available to you. Now you need to upload the demo content, which will give you everything you need to be able to create your beautiful website. It will add these sections to the website, so then all you do is customize them to how you want. So to do this, you just go to Tools and then click on Import, and you're looking for WordPress here, so install this. Once that's done, click on Run Importer, then choose File, and select the XML zip folder that is included in the file that you downloaded from our blog. Then click Upload File and Import. Once that's all done, you need to select your name or the person's name you chose who's looking after the website, and then click on Submit, and you're done. Now you'll have all the demo content and images to create the website along with me. So let's get going. So are you ready for the next step? We're now going to start creating the website. Let's go. Website Foundations. So the first thing we want to do is create our homepage, which is going to be the very first page people land on when they visit your site. So to start, head to your Pages on the toolbar and then click on All Pages. You'll notice you have quite a few pages already created, and this is because of the demo content that we just downloaded. It's added some pages for you by default. Look for the page called My Front Page. Here it is. This page is your front page. If you hover over that, you'll see some options. Let's click on Edit. I just want to change the name of this page to Home. So when we have it on our menu, for example here, so you can see Home looks a lot better than My Front Page. So once you've changed that, click on Update and you're done. Now we need to set our website to show this whole page when people visit. So we need to go to Appearance on the toolbar and then Customize. This area lets you customize your theme settings and your website in general. This is where you create strong foundations for your website. You can see we have options for the title, tagline and logo, header area, options for a blog, the fonts used in the website, colors, as well as lots more. For now though, I want you to scroll down and find Static Front Page and click on that to expand it. Now you'll see Front Page Displays, and at the moment it's set to your latest posts. We want it to display a static page, so click on that, and you'll get a couple of drop downs. On Front Page, select the home page that we just created, and then click on Save at the top. By the way, when you make changes here, you can see them as they happen because this is a live view of your website. I would recommend though having a separate page open to view your website so it's full screen and looks exactly like it would if someone visited. And this way you can keep checking the changes you make even if you're not in this area. The best way of doing this is, if you're using Safari, right click it and click on New Private Window. This opens a browser window that is incognito, so it doesn't have any cached settings that might have been saved when you previously visited your website. And as you can see, just like before, it's showing a coming soon page, and that's because WordPress has that on by default. So we can't actually see the website right now, but we can actually turn this off easily. On your dashboard, you may have seen this little message: your site is currently displaying a coming soon page. Once you're ready to launch your site, click here. So then all you do is click here. When you do this, your website will go live, so this is up to you if you want to do this now or later. But doing this will give you that option to then open your website in a private window to see how it looks. Great, so we've got the header and all the content set now, and we can completely customize all of these areas. Each one is a different section, and you can remove it, you can add another one, you can move them up or down, you can change colors and much more. We'll get into all of that fun in a moment, but first I want to show you how to change this header area to how you want with your own images for the slider and the call to action. Now click on Appearance and Customize. Okay, so now click on Header Area, and once you're there, click on Header Type. Make sure Full Screen Slider is selected here, and for your site header type, change that to No Header. This makes it so other pages on your website don't show a header. Next, click on Header Slider. So here it gives you the options to change the slider speed and text slider speed. I'm going to change this to 5,000, and I'm also going to stop the text slider. Next, scroll down and you can change the title and subtitle for that slide here. And I want to use my own image, so all you need to do is click on Change Image, and the media browser will appear, which contains all the images that you already have. And you might have quite a few because of the demo content. You can also upload your own images by clicking Upload here. I'm going to use my own, so I'll click on Upload and then select Files. I'm going to find the image that I want to use and select it, and then upload it. That looks amazing. See how easy that was? By the way, this theme automatically scales your images to the right size. No hassle, no stress. It just does it for you automatically. It's great. Now I want to change the slider text. So for the title, I'm going to put Awakening, and the subtitle, Set Your Website Apart. That looks awesome. Okay, I'm going to change the other image now. So again, I just click on Change Image, Upload, select the image that I want, submit that, and again I'll change the title and subtitle for this slider so it looks the same with the other one. Okay, looking great. Feel free to add more images if you want to, and you can add up to 5. Now scroll down to Call to Action button, and this is the button on the header area here. You can add a URL that you want people to be taken to if they do click this button. This could be another page on your website, and you can change the text for the button here. For the URL, this can be anything. We haven't got other pages set up yet, so I'll show you how to do this in a moment when we do have other pages set up. You can leave it as it is if you want to, because right now if someone does click it, let's have a look at this, it just scrolls down to the section below it. So that's pretty cool if you're going to have a call to action section here. It's a nice little feature. When you've finished customizing things here, by the way, you need to remember to click on Save and Publish. You need to always save as you make changes. Let's have a look at how to customize this button so it takes someone to another page on your site. Save any changes you've made and then come out of Customizer by clicking the crosshair and then go to Pages and All Pages. Choose any page as an example and click on Edit. Okay, so the URL here is the page's address. This is what you would copy and paste into the button URL. And this applies to any page on your site. It's as simple as that. So now you know how to link pages. Okay, head back to the customizer by going to Appearance and Customize. The next area is the header image, and we aren't going to use this because we've set headers for other pages to be off. But if you did want to use a header on your contact page or about page, then you can set the image here for that. It's the same with menu style. I'm not going to change anything here, but I wanted to show you it anyway in case you wanted to change anything. So for example, here on this website, the menu on the header is transparent, and as you scroll down, it follows along with you as you go down the website, and that's what sticky means. It stays with you. If you want it to stay at the top and not follow you, you would choose static. So when you scroll down, it doesn't move. The inline and centered options refer to where your actual menu appears. Inline, for example, looks like this, and centered means it will appear in the center. These options apply to your menu and your logo. So if I click it now, you'll see the title and tagline, which is where the logo would be, and the menu is below that. I'm going to choose inline for this site, but you can choose whichever one you want. Now save and click the back button. The next area I'm going to is the colors, and I want to change the primary color, which is this one here, and at the moment it's red, and this applies to the button color on the header as well as other elements on the website. So if we take a look at the website again, you can see a few other areas that use this primary color, and when you hover over some of these elements, like the buttons and some of the images, that color shows up, which will go much better with the images that I used in the header and the overall look and feel of the website and branding. Think about your branding and the message that you're trying to put across to your audience, and think about how you want to make them feel as well, because colors make people feel different ways. So for example, this blue is a very trusting color. Red could be romantic, passionate. So again, feel free to experiment. You can use these colors here at the bottom, or choose from the millions of different colors. If you want to use the same blue as I'm using, you can easily type in the colors code. All you do is click on select color underneath primary color here, and you see this code. Click that and delete it, and then type in hash 6B97BF. And to get the hash, you might have to first hold down the Shift key or Alt key, depending on what you're using. That will then apply the nice blue to your website. So now save and publish, and we're actually finished customizing these settings. So we can now go back to the dashboard. So click on the cross up here, and it should take you back here. In a moment, we'll be getting into adding and customizing these sections to our website, which is going to be so fun. You'll see it all coming together in front of your eyes. The first time I did this, it was so fun because it's amazing just how easy it is and just the opportunities that you have to make the website your own. It looks amazing too, and it makes you look and feel like a pro. Just before that though, I want to show you a few important things in the settings tab that you need to know about so your website is optimized. So on the toolbar, find settings and go to general. I want to show you that you can change your site title and tagline here as well. More importantly though, you should never change these settings here, because if you do, your whole website would be affected and it won't function properly. It might not even show up when people actually go to your website. If you ever accidentally change this, because I know I have, and it's a bit of a nightmare, so if you need any help with this, just get in contact with HostGator. They're really good at sorting this out. I remember I actually had to get their help when I did it. Just contact HostGator and they can sort it out quickly for you. You can also change your time zone and the date format here too, and your preferred language if you want. Remember to save if you make any changes. So next is permalinks, and here you can set how your website organizes its page's URL. This is really important. You need to have it set to post name, because as you can see, this is much easier to read and understand than the default setting. This will allow search engines to see more clearly what your website is about, so it will be ranked higher in search results. Okay, so when you're done, remember to save. Well done for hanging in here, because I know that going through these settings can be a bit boring, but now the real fun begins, because you're going to transform and start building your website. Right, so the first thing is, remember when I showed you the header area, I mentioned that you can have a logo at the top. Well, in case you don't have a logo, I wanted to show you a great little resource that we found that lets you actually create your own logo for free in just minutes. It's called logomaker.com. It's actually spelt logo and makr.com. It's super simple to use, so you can play around with this, but All you really do once you're there is click next, next and done. Just go through these little pop-ups, and this whole area here is where you can make your logo. At the top you can search from thousands of different elements to use. For example, if I do a quick search and press enter, there you go. I get literally hundreds of different images that I can look through, and actually some of these are already done as well. All you do now is double click on the one that you like and it's placed in the work area. You can change the colors using the color wheel here, as well as adding shapes which can completely change the look. Again, you can experiment with this, try and be unique, and this is just another option for you. You don't have to use it, but it's a great resource and it's completely free. Once you're done, you need to make it smaller so it fits in the header nicely, and you can do that by clicking and dragging these handles to make it smaller. You want it to be 50 pixels by 50 pixels. I'm going to make this logo white as well, because this will really pop and stand out on the head area. And it looks like it disappeared, doesn't it? Well, it actually hasn't. It's because the background is white as well. The logo is still there. When you're happy with it, click on Save at the top here, and it will be saved to your downloads. Notice that if you use a logo, you need to give credit to the author, so be sure that you do that somewhere on your website. If you want a custom logo created, I recommend looking at Upwork.com, where you can hire someone to design your own personal logo for you. This is a great service and it's well worth doing if you want to have your own logo done that's completely unique to you. And it's super affordable as well. For now though, let's continue with doing the website. So let's go back to the dashboard and head to Appearance and Customize. Find Site Title, Tagline and Logo. And we're going to upload the image that we just downloaded. So select Image and Upload. Select Files and choose the image you just downloaded. You'll see that your logo appears right there. It's replaced the site title and tagline. I'm actually not going to use a logo for this website, so I'm going to remove it. But now you know that you can use a logo and you know how to upload one. So you might be thinking, what if I didn't want the site title and tagline either? There isn't anything in settings to remove that, it's just stuck there. Don't worry though, I have a solution for you. Save any changes that you've made here, then go back to your dashboard by clicking the cross. Now we are actually going to install a nifty little plugin which allows us to have complete control over the look and feel of our website. It allows us to actually use what is called CSS to change the style of the site. All you need to do is follow along with me. You don't need to learn anything or anything like that. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. So head to Plugins on the toolbar and add new. Now in the search bar here, search for Simple Custom CSS, and it's this one here. Now click on Install and then Activate. So now we have that plugin. You can find it in your toolbar here. So go to that and select Add Custom CSS. Now you should see this page, and it probably looks confusing and a bit weird. And to be honest with you, I felt the same way as you when I first saw this. But you won't be using this much at all. And if you do, I'll be guiding you every step of the way and showing you exactly what you need to do, so you won't be lost. Just ignore everything here and put your cursor below it at line number 12 here. Now you want to type in the following exactly as it looks. First thing is we type in a full stop. So dot, site, dash, title, then a comma, and then create a new line, so press enter, and then another full stop, site, dash, description, and then one of those open curly brackets. Now create another new line, text, dash, indent, colon, dash, 9999 pixels, or px, semicolon. Now press enter again, and then another curly closed bracket, and then press enter. And that's it! When you've done it, it should look like that. Make sure you've got that written correctly with the right brackets and everything. And look out that you haven't done any spaces where there shouldn't be. If for any reason it doesn't work, just go over this bit again. pause the video as I do it so you can follow along with me and see me doing it. When you're done, click on Publish at the top here. And let's go and check out how that looks. Great, that is looking so much better and cleaner. Okay, we've just done our header area, and we're going to start creating the different sections of the website, add our social media buttons and the first two pages, the About page and the Contact Us page. Create your website. On the website, the area we'll be creating first is the Our Services section, which is here. Most people get this really wrong, and they start talking all about themselves or maybe how great they are. But this section is your opportunity to talk about how you can really benefit your audience. So this comes down to how you speak to the desires, the wants, and the needs of your audience. How do you solve their pain points or their problems? This is what you should be adding here, because your audience is interested in how you can ultimately help them get from A to B. So having that here just below your header is the ideal opportunity to attract people to your brand, products, and your services. Okay, so the way this section works is that you create each service that you want to be displayed here in the services area of the toolbar, which is here. And if we go to that services now, and then all services, you'll see you have a few already created by default. That's the demo content that we uploaded earlier. So let's add our own services. What I want to do is delete these default services because we don't need these. We're going to create our own. Now go to Add New. All you do is add a title for the service here. So I'm going to add in Create a Profitable Website and the description that you want in this area. Now when you're ready, scroll down to the service icon here, and this lets you add an icon for your service using an ID. And this is already done for you. All you have to do is click here to go to the icons website, and you'll then see a page with hundreds of different icons that you can choose from. And depending on the products or service that you're offering, you have a wide choice of different themes and icons. When you've chosen one, you need to copy the code next to it here, head back to your WordPress site, and paste that code in here. Notice that you can add a link to your service by adding a URL here as well. So when someone clicks the service, this could take them to another page. Now go to the categories area on the right, and we're going to create one category for all of our services. This is going to help us when we add the services section to the website in a moment. All you do is click on Add New Category, give it a name. I'll just name mine Our Services, and press Enter. Now that category is added to the list here, make sure the category is selected, and now all you do is click on Publish to publish this service. I'm now going to create the next two services for the services section. So I'm going to add a title, description, the icon, make sure the category we just created is selected, and publish. So do the same, create the rest of your services and add the category, and I'll see you in a moment. Remember, just pause the video if you need to. Hey, okay, great. So you should have your services now created. Head to Services and All Services, and you should see this page. I want you to make sure that each one of the services you created has the same category. If one doesn't, you can easily just change this by clicking on Quick Edit and having a look here at the category, then changing it to the right one. Also, if you have categories from the default demo content, you should probably remove these so they don't interfere with the category that you just created. Okay, this is great. So let's now go and look at our website sections in our home page. So head to Pages and All Pages. Then find Home and click on Edit. This is our home page, and this is where we add all of the sections to our website using the Page Builder plugin that came with Sydney. This is where you're going to be adding all of the sections for your website, right here. And it's really simple. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. It's just clicking and dragging. So like we saw before, the Our Services, the call to action, Our Work, and so on are all here. So the Our Services section, for example, is here. The call to action is below that. So I'm just showing you this because I want you to see how it all looks, so you have an understanding and you can picture how it will look when you're creating it. So you can see the website is made up of different rectangle sections. They're layered one on top of the other, just like in the page builder here. If I move one of these sections up or down and update the page, the section has moved. So now I'm going to show you how to create the website that we've been looking at this whole time, because it's just a beautiful layout and it has everything that you need. You don't want a website to be too cluttered because visitors might get lost or they might get annoyed that they can't find what they're after, and then most likely they'll leave because there are so many websites out there. They've got all kinds of options, so you want them to stay on your website. You want them to love looking around with the right content, and so they can find what they're looking for easily. Notice that each section here is made up of a row with widgets inside that row. So to create a new section, you'd first add a new row here, and then add the widgets that you want inside that row. Rows can also be split into multiple sections, so you can have more than one widget or element inside it. So this is really powerful and flexible. I'm now going to remove the sections that I don't want to use, and to do that I'd find one, hover over the spanner above the row here, and then I just click delete. Then it asks if you're sure, so then you click to confirm. I'll do that for all the sections that I don't want, and I recommend you follow along with what I'm doing so things don't get too confusing later on. You can always add these back in when you're ready if you'd like to, because what I'm going to show you is how to add rows and how to add the widgets inside them, but this will give you the knowledge to be able to create any section that you want. Okay, so once you've deleted these sections that you don't want, you should be left with the ones that you want to use. So let's start editing them. We'll start with the Our Services section, which is here on the website. So remember, I said sections are made up of widgets inside rows. Well, to edit the widget, all you do is hover over that widget inside the row and then click on Edit. Because remember, the spanner here above the row is only to edit that row itself. So what we're going to do is completely delete this row and the widget inside, and then I'll show you how to create it again, so you then have the knowledge and the steps you need to do that in the future with any type of section you want. So hover over the spanner and delete. First thing, we'll create a row to have our widget in. Okay, so click on Add Row, and then change this to 1 to set this row as a 1-column row, and then click Insert. By the way, when you add a row, it might be placed somewhere that you don't want it, so all you do is click here to move it into place. Now click on the row to highlight it, and then Add Widget. Now click on the Sydney theme widgets on the left here, and you're looking for the Services Type A widget, which is here. Click that to insert it, and there you go. And then to edit the widget, hover over it and click Edit. First, you want to enter a title, so I'm going to put Our Services. And then if you want to have a button, you can enter the text for it here, and then a URL if you want someone to be taken to another page perhaps. And here I want you to write the category that you created for your services. And then click Done, and then Update. It's that easy. You've now got the services section on your website, and we'll take a look at this in a moment. First though, let's quickly create the call to action, which sits just below the services area. So if you're not familiar with what a call to action is, a call to action is actually also known as a CTA, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's literally a call to take an action. The action that you want people to take can actually be anything. It can be to download an ebook or to sign up to your webinar. It could be to get a coupon or attend an event, and so on. It has to be something that is relevant and that gives huge value to your audience, so they can't resist it and they just have to have it. Call to actions are the best ways to collect email addresses and grow your following, get people interested in your product or your service, and create momentum. Is a perfect way to build an email list. I understand this is something you need to think about, so let's create this section, and then you can always come and edit it once you've figured out what you want your call to action to be about. That's no problem. So back to the page builder. You should have a call to action section already there, so you just need to click on Edit in the widget. Now you want to enter your call to action here, and then the link that you want people to be taken to here, and then the text for the button here. You also want to make sure this is ticked so the button is aligned with the text. For this link, I'm going to use a page that we'll be creating soon and add it in here. So when someone clicks the button, they'll be taken to that page. I'll show you how to do this when we set up our pages. For now, click Done and Update. Let's go and have a look at how our website looks now, because we've got those two sections done, so I'm really excited to check these out. So I'm just going to refresh this page. Okay, the header is looking great. So if I scroll down, awesome, there's my services, and below that my call to action. This is really coming along, and I hope you're loving the look of your new site as much as I am. I'm now going to show you a bonus feature with this call to action which will make it look amazing. We're going to add an image to it which moves as someone scrolls down. So head back to your page builder and find the call to action widget. We'll be adding the image to the row, so we need to click on Edit Row, and once there click on Design and then find Background Image and select Image. You can use one of your images here, or you can upload one. I'm going to use one of these for this example. So I'll just choose this one, then click on Done. And if you want, you can also choose to disable the color overlay, and this overlay makes the image darker. So if you disable it, the image is going to be lighter. And now we just need to change the color of the call to action writing so it pops and looks great on the image. So I want you to click on Edit for the widget, click Design and find Headings Color and change that to a white, and then click Done and then Update. Let's check out the website. So refresh the page again, and I'm going to scroll down. There's these services, and there's your call to action. That looks so good with the image and white text. So you see as I scroll up or down, the image moves, and this is called a parallax effect. It looks great, doesn't it? It really gives your website depth. So you might have noticed that in between each of these sections there's space, and we call that padding. It's important to get the padding right in between these sections so they all fit together nicely and it all looks coherent. We can edit the padding by hovering over the spanner here above the row, clicking Edit, and then Layout, then Top Bottom Padding. For this call to action section, I'm going to put 30 here. And notice that it says the default is 100 pixels, so we are actually reducing the padding by entering 30. We're making it smaller, so it's actually closer to the other widget. Now scroll down to the row layout and change that to full width. And now click Done and update that. Now you might not see a difference straight away if the theme was already set up with the padding as 30. Because the padding has been made smaller, the sections fit together nicely and the website flows from one section to the other much better. Okay, great, you're doing really well. Let's move on to the next section, which is the Our Work section. So find that in the page builder. The widget is called Portfolio, and to add images to this widget we'll just need to create some projects and some more categories to keep those projects in. We'll then link these projects to the widget, which then displays them in this nice section. And these are the categories here, so when someone clicks on the different categories, the images change depending on which category they are in. This is a great section for a portfolio or showing off your work, services, your products. There are all kinds of uses for this and it's great. So let's get going. We'll start by creating the projects, which remember is the individual images. So find projects in the toolbar and then click on all projects. And you'll probably have a few already in here. So click on edit on any one of them to see how it's done. And you'll see it's super simple. All you do is add a title and a featured image down here. You add a category that you want that image to be in, and if you want the image to link to another page, you can add that in here. But if you leave it blank, it will just link to its own default page, which you could then have something about each image, giving more information, a description about the work or project or anything you're showing here. You can also choose whether you want people to be able to comment on your images as well, by allowing it or not here. Alright, let's go back to the projects and all projects. Now let's delete all of these default demo projects so we can create our own. So just select them all by clicking here, then move to trash and apply. So this is basically just like we did with the services area. You create a service for each service that you want displayed, okay? So each project is an image that you want displayed. It's the same thing. So now click on Add New Project. Let's create our first project. And all we do is add a title. Scroll down and you can add an image by clicking on Featured Image. And then you can either choose an image from your gallery or upload one. I'm going to upload a new image to use, so I'll click on Select Files and find the image and then select it. You want to be sure your image is 700 by 467 pixels. And to do this, you can just click on Edit Image here and it will give you the option to change the size of the image. And you want each image to be this size, so when all your images are uploaded and in the widget, they all fit together nicely. So select your image and then click on Set Featured Image. Then create the category for this image. And each category will have a few projects and you want visitors to understand them. So keep that in mind when naming your categories. So for example, if you've got a skincare company, you might have a category for toners, and in that category all your toners will be kept. Or if you're a photographer, you might use this section as a portfolio to show off your work, and one of your categories might be landscapes. Now I'm going to create the rest of my projects and their categories. So do the same and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, you should have a few projects now and some relevant categories. All you do is head to the portfolio widget and then you add in the categories names. So let's do that now. So go to Pages and All Pages, then Home and Edit. Find the portfolio widget and edit that. And you'll notice you have the default categories listed here. That's from the demo content. So remove those and then add in the categories that you want to use. Write them in one by one, entering a comma after each one. So they look like this. Change the title if you want and choose the number of projects to show. If you want to just show them all, you can just leave it as -1. This just shows all of the projects or all of your images. Now click on Layout to edit the padding and we're going to put 70 for the top padding. Make sure the others are 0. Click Done and now click on the spanner for the row, Edit and then Layout and put 0 for the top and bottom padding. And then change the row layout to full width stretched and click Done. Now update. Great, this section is all done and we're going to take a look at it in a moment, but first let's get straight to the next section, which is a nice little area to show the clients you've worked with. This is great to build trust and expertise with your audience. So again, this is just like our services. You create a client in the clients toolbar on the left, so go there now and click on All Clients. You'll most likely have about 5 clients by default, so you can just edit these. So click on Edit underneath Client 1 and all you do is change the title to a real client name and change the featured image here to an image of your client's logo perhaps, or maybe their business name. You also have the option to add a link here if you want the logo or image to be clickable. Then click on Update. Do this for all your clients and you're set. I'll just leave these as they are for this example, but you should know how to edit those now. We need to check to make sure the widget is set up properly, so go to Pages and All Pages and click on Edit for the widget. Now click on Layout and change the top and bottom padding to 50, making sure the others are at 0. Now click the spanner for the row, then Layout, and change the padding there to 20, and check that it says full width for the row layout. Now click on Update. Okay, next up is the testimonials section. This is a great little area to show reviews from customers who have enjoyed your product or service. This is another great way to grow trust and expertise with your audience. If people see others have enjoyed what you're offering already, they are much more likely to buy from you. It's the same as the portfolio widget and services widget. All you do is add new testimonials in the toolbar here. You can just edit one of these and you'll see all you need to do is add in a name and the testimonial itself and an image. You can also add the person's company name or their role here. Then you just click update and you're done. Easy, right? So pause this video and create a few testimonials to go with the widget. Great, so now all we need to do is make sure the widget is set up correctly. So back to Pages and All Pages. Then Home and Edit. Click Edit on the widget, make sure the title is okay, and if you want to show all of your testimonials, write -1 here. You can change how long each one shows up for by changing the value here, which is in milliseconds. Great, now click on the spanner for the row, click Design and scroll down. You might have noticed that we have a nice background image for this testimonial section. So I'm going to show you how you can change that if you want to. And you can do that here. You just click on Select Image and choose the image that you want, or of course you can upload your own. So now go to Layout and scroll down, and you want to make sure the row layout here is set to full width. We just need to change the color of the title for this section, so edit the widget again and click on Design and then scroll down and find the heading's color. You should change this to a white or a color that really pops with the image that you've chosen. Now click on Done and update. So we've now added most of the sections to the homepage on our website, and we've just got a couple more to do, which is our social media buttons, and I'm going to add a little video down the bottom here. And I'm also going to show you how to add your pages to the website, where we'll be adding the About page, Blog page, Contact Us page, and an optional extra page, which is a bonus. Let's create a menu at the top, so when we have our other pages, it's easy for people to go to the other areas of the website. So now go to Appearance and Menus, and you want to make sure Menu 1 is selected up here, and then click on Select. Okay, on the left you have all the website pages, and on the right is the menu structure that will appear on the top of the website. All you do is click on the page that you want to add and choose Add to Menu. Then you can rearrange the pages by dragging them up or down, or remove them by selecting Remove here. So do this now. Set up your menu with Home, as that's all we have right now, until we add the other pages a bit later. Then save the menu. Okay, let's add the menu that we just created to our website. Head to Appearance and Customize. You'll find Menus on the left, and then Menu 1. And under Menu Locations, set it as your primary menu. And this will add the menu to the top of the website, as you can see, making it easy for people to get around. By the way, I've added Home so people can easily get back to the home page. If you have a logo, or if you've chosen to keep your site title and tagline, this works the same way. They can actually click that and it takes them back to the start of your website. So you wouldn't actually need the home menu item if you didn't want it. So keep that in mind, but whichever one you have works fine. You can add pages from here as well by clicking on Add Items and then Pages. So when you finish doing your website and you've got posts up or other things on your website, you can add these to the menu as well. Okay, the next section I want to show you is a nice little area to have a video. And this could be a video about you or your products or your services or anything that you're offering. It's super flexible and it's a nice way to inspire your visitors, to motivate them. Using video is powerful and it adds another layer to your website. And it's easy. In the page builder, just add a row, and then you want to add a widget to that row. And you're looking for the Sydney video widget. Click to insert that. All you do is find your video on YouTube or Vimeo. So if you've got a video on either of those platforms, go to that now. And this is ours here, and you want to click on Share below it. And you want to copy this link here. So copy that and then edit the widget and paste what you just copied in here. And then remember to obviously update this page. And then let's see how that looks. Okay, great. You can see it's embedded the video here, but the background is just a white. I want to make this much nicer with a photo. So head to Row and then click on Edit and then Design and find Background Image. Click on Select Image, then find the image you want to use, or of course you can upload one, then update. And one last thing to do is to make this row full width, because as you can see it isn't right now. So go back to the row and edit it, click on Layout and find Row Layout and set it to full width. Update again. That's much better. Doesn't that look great? I'm going to move the row above it up and have the clients widget above this one so it looks better in between these sections here, because at the moment it just goes from one image to the other. So I'm going to move this one down so it's above the video. And I'll update. Yeah, that is much better. And this looks so much nicer with the sections broken up like that. Okay, let's jump into the next section, which is our social media buttons. We've just got to quickly do our About page, our blog page and our Contact Us page, and our website will be complete. The next area to add is our social media buttons, which are here at the bottom of the website. These look so good, don't they? Visitors can easily click on these and visit your social media pages and get involved in your community. It's a great way to build authority and build your followers. Plus again, it's so easy to do, just like everything on this theme. You'll see you've got a section here about social media profile. This is actually the wrong widget to use. I'm going to show you a much better one to use in a moment. So in the future, if you ever need to add any more or edit them, you'll know how. So to start, hover over this section and then delete it. Before we add these buttons, as I mentioned, we need to activate some extra widgets to enable us to use them on our site. So head to Plugins and Add New, then search for Site Origin Widget and install that and then activate it. You'll then find Site Origin Widgets in the plugin toolbar. So go there and you can activate all of these extra widgets. Make sure they're all activated because there are some great widgets here that you can use. Okay, when you're done, head back to Pages and All Pages and then Home. Now we'll add the social media button widget. So add a row and you want to make sure this is a one column row. Then add a widget and you'll notice you have lots of new widgets which are highlighted in blue, and we're looking for this one, the social media button widget. So add that and then I'm going to drag this down here. And then click on Edit. And you'll notice you have two sections, the Networks and Design and Layout. So we'll start with Networks, and all you do is click on Add. And this is where you add all your social medias, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. There are quite a lot here, so have a look through and see which ones you want to use. And you'll notice when I click on Facebook to add it, that it has the nice blue color already set by default. And it also has the URL going directly to Facebook, but you might want to change this to the URL that actually goes to your Facebook page. And to do that, all you need to do is head to your Facebook page. So for example, this is our Facebook page for Websites Made Easy. And the URL that I need is up here at the top. So all I do is highlight that, copy it, and then just paste it in here. And I'm done. I'll add the rest of the social media links just like we did with this one. So pause the video if you need to and add yours, and I'll see you in a moment. Next is Design and Layout, and this is just to customize the look of the buttons. If you want the same look as we have here, which is pretty nice, it's a nice modern flat designed icon. Head to Design and Layout and then you'll see Button Theme here, and you want to make sure that's flat. Icon size is normal and the padding here is low. And you want to also align them and make sure that's center. Once you've done all that, click on Done. These work really well because they're noticeable but aren't intrusive or in your face. And then click on Edit for the row, then click on Layout, and make sure top bottom padding is 20 and the row layout is full width. And then click on Update. Alright, great. Let's check out how our website looks now. So if I scroll down, I'll see all the other sections that we created, and here are the buttons we just added. These look great. I want to change this row's background color to match the rest of the website. So I'll go back to the row and edit that. Then find background color. And I'm looking for the color which is #1C1C1C, and that should be around here. You can find it that way, or you can type in #1C1C1C in here. Okay, now update and have another look. Great, that is much better. That color makes the buttons really pop. When I click on them, they take me to the appropriate social media. This is truly game-changing because now you can carry on the conversation with your audience. They can engage with you and each other. The community grows and ultimately your business grows even bigger. Okay guys, we have just finished the homepage, which is the main page of our website, and it's looking fantastic. You should be really proud of what you've accomplished. One last thing I noticed is that this header text is a little small, so let's make this bigger to quickly catch people's attention as soon as they land on your page. Just go to the title plugin that we installed earlier, which is the CSS plugin here, and add custom CSS. And you can find this code on the post we looked at earlier, so you can copy it from there and paste it in here. Or I'll show you step by step what to write now. Type in the following exactly as it looks. You ready? So type .text dash slider space h2 dot main title open curly bracket, and then press enter to go to the next line and type font dash size colon 90px semicolon. Then press enter again and a closed curly bracket. Then click on publish and you're done. Refresh the page and this is much better. If you want it bigger or smaller, all you do is change this number here. We've just got to quickly do our about page, our blog page and our contact page, and our website will be complete. By the way, every image you see here is ready for you to use in your own website. We've made it as easy for you as possible so you can just plug and play these images, use them straight out of the box. They're ready to go. And I'm going to show you exactly where you can download all of these when we create our blog page in a moment. We're going to head to Pages and Add New. I'll start by adding the About Us page first. So all you have to do is give the page a title, so About Us, and then change the page template here to Front Page, and click on Publish. It's as easy as that. So let's now create the Contact Us page. All you do again is Add New to create another page, give it a title, so this time I'll write Contact, and again change the template here to Front Page and click on Publish. Great, now we've got those two pages. I'll show you how to add everything to them just like they are in this finished website. So let's start with the About page. It's the same as we did with the home page, using rows and widgets to create the sections on the page. So from Pages and All Pages, let's remove the pages that we don't want, which may have come with the theme. You obviously want to keep the ones that you just created. If we look at the completed website and the About Us page, here we can see it has a headline, About Us, an image with text on the right, and a video below that. It's also got the social media buttons at the bottom again as well, so maybe you know how this will look in Page Builder already. Let's go and check it out. So now click on Edit underneath About Us. We'll start with the headline, and you might need to click on Page Builder here to be able to use the Page Builder editor. First add a row, and then add a widget. And we're looking for the Site Origin editor, which is kind of like the page editor in WordPress. Basically, it's a text editor with some nifty tools. So add that. Write your title here This will give the page a nice headline, About Us. Next, in the main area, we want to add an image and some text. So I'm going to copy the text from the website that I created earlier to save time, and I'll paste it in here. To add the image, you want to place your cursor to the left of the text, so the image will be placed here. Then click on Add Media, find the image that you want to use and select that. And you'll notice you can now click the image to bring up a few alignment options. Align left, middle or right. And you can also edit the image by clicking the pencil icon, and this lets you change the size, which can be useful if it looks too big or too small for the page. So once you've added your image and aligned it, click on Done. Now edit the row by hovering over the spanner and clicking Edit, and then Layout, and write 50 for the padding. Then click Done and Update. Let's go and see how this looks. And if it's not right the first time, just go back and change it until it does look right. It can be a little fiddly sometimes to get everything in the right place and all the padding to fit together. Now you'll notice your new page won't be in the menu at the top yet, and that's because we haven't added it yet. So go to Appearance and then Menus, then select the new About Us page and click Add to Menu. Then save. You can select Automatically Add New Top Level Pages if you'd like, but you might get pages in here that you don't want, so it's just better to come here and manually add them in. Okay, that all looks good. Once that's done, we need to create a section for our video. So to get that bad boy in there, we need a row. So add a row, and then add a widget, and we want to add the text widget, which is here. First thing, edit the row, and put 30 for the padding. Then edit the widget, and click on Layout, and put 50 for bottom, making sure the others are at 0. So this text widget will allow us to embed a video from YouTube. So if you do have a video, head to YouTube and find it. And to link it to your website, all you need to do is click on Share underneath the video and then Embed. You want to copy this code here and then paste it in the main area of the widget. Then click Done and Update. Okay, last bit. Now we want the social media buttons at the bottom. Do you remember how to do it? First, add a row, then add a widget and find the Site Origin Social Media Buttons widget, and then edit it and add in all your social media links. Remember, for the styling of the buttons, I have the button theme at flat, padding as low, and alignment center. You also want to edit the row and set the padding to 30. Awesome. Click Done when you're ready and then update it. Let's go and check out how the About Us page looks now. So I'm on the home page and I'll click on About Us, and here it is. This is looking great. This is an inspiring page that your audience can come to learn more about you and what you do. Your About Us page should really know how to talk to your audience. Your message should begin by understanding the audience and your market that it's intended for. You need to be able to tell them what they want and what they need to hear in a way that will resonate with them. Tell people the name of your business, who you are, and who your team are. Use this as an opportunity to make your story interesting. Enable people to understand how you know what you know and what makes you an expert on the topic. Why should they be interested in what you have to offer? How will their life be better because of it? And where can they go from here? Okay, let's now do our contact page. If we have a look at how it's put together on a completed website, it's simple. So we can see we have a headline, so we'll need a text widget. We've got text and an image, so we'll use the editor widget again. And for the contact form, we'll use the built-in plugin that comes with the theme. And lastly, we've got our social media buttons again. Just before we get into the contact page, you need to know about email lists. And an email list is a super powerful technique to being successful online that actually a lot of people don't actually know about or understand. So they don't even bother using them. This is a big mistake because having an email list will really set you apart from everyone else. It will enable you to bring people back to your website time and time again, keeping your products or services in front of your audience. So instead of just hoping people will visit your website, you can make sure that they do by using your list that runs itself and keeps people coming back. It's a game changer. I'll show you how to do this next. So once you've watched this video and your website is up and running, that will be your next step. You'll find the link in the description. Okay, back to the contact page. Make sure you're in the Contact Us page that we created, and you might need to click on Page Builder here to bring that up. So add a row first, and then click on Add Widget. Then add the text widget, edit that, and we'll write the headline here. And then set the widget's top padding to 40, with the rest at 0. Also, edit the row by clicking on the spanner and set the padding to 20. Now add another row. This time though we'll make it 2 columns by clicking these arrows here. You can also adjust how big each column is by dragging here, so you could have the left side bigger if you wanted, or you can click here and type in a number, and it will adjust accordingly. In the first column we'll add 2 widgets. The first one is going to be the Site Origin Editor, so we'll add that now. Then duplicate that widget by hovering over it and clicking Duplicate. Then drag that second widget to the right side, and now on the left side of this row again we'll add another widget, which is going to be the Site Origin Contact Form, which is here. Edit this row's padding and set it at 20. Next, edit the left Site Origin Editor and set the bottom padding at 14 with the rest at 0. And then edit the Contact Form widget and make sure the top padding is at 9, and again the others are at 0. Alright, all done with those. Next, add one more row for the social media buttons and add that widget in. Give the rows padding 20. And for these widgets we can see we have an image on the right, a contact form on the left, and some text above that with our email and phone number. So let's get that done. I'm going to paste in the writing I already have in this first editor. And I can make the email, phone, and so on bold. You can also make the email a clickable link so it's easier for people to quickly email you. You just highlight the email above, then click on this button to make it a clickable link. Easy. I'll then add in the image into the other editor on the right. So I'll click on Edit and then click on Add Media and select the image that I want. And you can play around with this to get the right sized image. You can click and drag the handles to resize it here, as well as align it using these buttons. And once you've got it the right size, click Done. For the contact form widget, it's actually pretty simple. So click on Edit and you'll see you have a few different fields such as name, email, message and so on. And you can add or remove fields if you want to. In this form I'll keep it as name, email and message. You've got some settings and you can customize the design of the form if you like, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. It's important to just get our website up and running first. You do need to make sure that you have a good email address here. Click on Settings and make sure your email address is in here. This is the address people's messages will be sent to, so this is very important. So once you're done with those, click on Update, and remember we need to add this new page to our menu at the top. So again, go to Appearance and Menus, then add this new page in. Remember to do this for your future pages, and now save. Let's go and check out our new contact page. Awesome, this is looking great. So now people can easily get in contact with you. Using contact forms is a really great way to build an email list, which is crucial to becoming successful and having a profitable website. You need to collect people's emails so you can then communicate with them again about your product or service. Okay, step 6, our blog page. From here, all you have to do is click on Add New at the top, and again give the page a title. So blog, and we don't need to change the template for the blog page. So all you do is click on Publish. Now we need to tell our website that any posts that we write, we want them to appear on our blog page. So we'll do that now. Head to Appearance and Customize. Find Static Front Page and then Posts page. Change this to your blog page. Then save and publish. Remember that you need to add your blog page to the menu like we did with our other pages. And if you've forgotten, remember all you have to do is go to Appearance and Menus and then go ahead and add this page into your menu. So if we have a look at our website now and click on Blog, the blog page is set up and it's working. But unless you have posts, it won't be showing anything. You may have some show up because of the demo content, otherwise you won't see anything here. So the next step with this is to head to Posts, and I'll show you exactly how to create a new post for your blog. So do that now. Head to Posts and All Posts, and you might have a few posts already written, and if you do, you can select them and trash them. To create a new post, all you do is click on Add New here. Now you add your blog post title. So for this example, I'll make a blog post about the difference between posts and pages. You'll see you've got all of these tools to use to create your post here. And you can also click this button to expand the toolbar, which gives you extra tools. You can add different sized headings. You've got a button to create links, bullet points. You can add media such as photos as well as videos. So use all of these to create your post. I've already got some content to use, so I'm going to paste that in here to save a bit of time. You've also got different formats here as well. Image formats, video, links. But I'm just going to stick with the standard format for now though, as this works great. Make sure to create some categories for different posts. This makes it much easier for your visitors to find all your other posts related to the one that they're reading, so they're much more likely to find and look at your other content. Also, use tags. This is another great way to create interest in your other content. Then someone can click the tag, which will bring other posts up with the same tag in it. The last thing to do is add a featured image to your blog post. So click on Featured Image here and either choose one you've already got or upload an image and select it. Fantastic! You've just created your first blog post. Congratulations! Now click Publish. Let's go and check out our new post. Awesome, there it is. This looks great. Right now we've got this styled in a classic way with a big image. If we head to Appearance and Customize and find the blog section, we can change how our posts look. So if I change the styling to masonry, for example, then save and publish, the posts will be smaller, so you can show more posts at once. It's up to you how you want it to look. I'm going to change one other thing, and that's the excerpt length. And I'll change this to about 30. Save and publish. And as you can see, that will reduce the amount of the post being shown below. I'm now going to add 2 more posts just to show you how it looks all together. So feel free to do the same or do it after the video. Okay, great. My posts are done. I've now got 3 blog posts. So if I now go to the website and refresh it, my blog posts come up and they've been aligned together with their images and a glimpse of the post, with the date that you wrote them and so on. Like I said, keeping an active blog is the best way to grow your presence, your audience, grow trust in your brand, and get visitors to keep coming back and checking out what new posts that you've got. So be sure to regularly create new posts, maybe start with 1 a week and go from there. Okay, we've just got our blog page set up and we've got a few blog posts. So that takes us to the bonus page. If you've got a product or service you're trying to get people to spend their money on, or if you're trying to build your email list, then this page is perfect for you. So head to Pages and Add New. Now give your page a title. This time I'm going to create a training page. I'll give it the same template, front page, and publish it. I created this page to give you an example of what you could do to get a product in front of your audience, or to have a lead magnet, a place to collect emails. Just so you know what a lead magnet is, a lead magnet, which is also known as your irresistible offer, is based on tapping into the wants and needs of your customers, giving them a solution to their problem. It's giving them a valuable free piece of content, in exchange for their email address. Think about what kind of problems your audience are facing, which your products or services can help to solve, and create a lead magnet which is going to do this for them. This is to attract them to download your lead magnet in return for their email address, which you then use to always have a way to be in contact with them. And your lead magnet can be anything. You might choose a video series, a guide on the best activities in your city, a free book, or even a free chapter from a book. But as long as you're giving people a solution to help fix a problem, you'll make it easy for people to say yes to wanting to download your lead magnet. Okay, so I've named mine training, and I'm going to use this page to offer a free piece of value to my visitors. And I just want to show you an example of how you can get going with this. Set the template to front page and then publish it, and make sure you're in Page Builder by clicking here. So you should be a pro at this now. The page I'm building looks like this on the finished website. So the page has a title, it's got some text, and an email opt-in and an image. This setup is just like the contact page, so we've done it before, it's pretty simple. So let's get going. So you can start by adding a row, and when you've done that, add a text widget. Let's add our title to the widget. In the row settings, I'm going to put 5 for the padding. Then I'm going to edit the widget, and in those settings I'm going to put 70 for the top padding and 0 for the rest. Okay, add the next row and make this one 2 columns. Add the site origin editor, duplicate it and put the other one on the right side. Now add the site origin contact form to the left column underneath the editor. Edit this row and put 50 for the padding. Then for the first editor, put 15 for the top and 25 for the bottom, and then you want to make sure the others are at 0. For the other editor, put 25 for the right padding, and for the contact form, put 50 for the bottom, 0 for the others. Okay, awesome. I'm going to paste in some writing that I've already got for this editor. This is where your description will be, so think about what valuable piece of content that you want to offer and write a catchy description here. When you're done, move on to the other editor and add an image by clicking on Add Media and selecting the image that you want. Then change the size until you're happy with it. Perfect. For the contact form, I'm going to remove all but the email field, so someone only has to enter their email to receive their download. Then it will be emailed to them. And by the way, of course, to set all of this up, you'll find everything that you need to know in the next step, which is linked in the description. Okay, next we need to add our social media buttons. So as before, I just select the network that I want, so Facebook, Twitter, and so on, and remember to add in your links in here. Again, for the styling, remember I made the buttons flat, low padding, and I centered them. Now update and let's have a look at the new page. Fantastic, this is awesome, so anyone can come here and enter their email now. As I said earlier, I'm linking this page to our call to action, so people are taken here when they click the button. So at the top of your page you just created, you'll see the link you need, so copy that and head to Pages and All Pages. Then edit under Home, then find your call to action and edit the widget. You just need to paste the link in here, then update. I'll make sure this works, so here's my call to action. I'll click on the button and perfect, it takes me to the training page. This is the first step to building your email list, so well done. This is super powerful in creating a profitable online business. The next step to this, like I said, is to create a list to keep all of those emails in. To do that, we use MailChimp, which is completely free and really easy to use. So after you've watched this video, complete the journey by quickly setting up with MailChimp so you can capture those emails. It's the crucial next step, and I'll make sure this video is linked for you in the description. Okay, are you ready for the final step? You've gotten this far, and by the way, that's a great achievement. Congratulations. Here's step 7, and these are our favorite plugins. So as I mentioned, I want to show you some plugins that we use ourselves on our websites, which are game changing. Anyone serious about having the best website that works well, drives traffic, engages your audience, needs these plugins. They're super powerful, so let's jump straight in. Remember, a plugin is just a little tool that you add onto your website to enhance its functionality. You install them just like we did the other plugins in just a couple of clicks. And they enable you to do all kinds of things, from having buttons which, when pressed, instantly shares your website or content to other people's social media, so their friends see it and share it. There's a plugin which keeps your website organized and running fast, and one which optimizes your SEO for you, so your website ranks higher in Google. These plugins are must-haves for anyone, so let's jump straight in and start using them. I'll start with a plugin called Share, and it's by AppSumo. This plugin lets anyone visiting your site and reading your content then share it to their social media. This is huge because when your content gets shared, it means everyone they know will see it, and then maybe they share it and others see it, so it's a snowball effect. So head to Plugins and add New. Then search for SumoMe. SumoMe holds some of the best plugins available, and it lets you install Share. Here it is. So now install it, and once that's done, activate it. Okay, awesome. Now you'll see a message on the right saying Set up SumoMe. So go over to this little button and click the crown, and then enter a good email address and a password to register. Remember, this is completely free. Great, you should now see all of these plugins by SumoMe, and we're looking for Share. So find that and click on it to turn it on and install it. Then click it again to go to the plugin and click to continue with the free version here. You'll then be in the plugin and ready to start using it. So from here you've got a toolbar on the left which you can use to customize Share to how you want it. I'll go over a few areas that you need to know about to make the most of this plugin and get it working successfully. Start by going to Layout, and these rectangle boxes here are examples of where you can place your share buttons. So it could be at the sides, at the top, bottom, right side, and you can customize where the buttons will be placed on people's phones, either at the top or the bottom. So this is great because you can choose and optimize where on your website people browse most, and you can have your buttons placed there. Okay, next go to Settings on the toolbar, and this is where you select which services you want to use in your Share plugin. This side has the buttons currently being used, and the left side are buttons which are available. You can change the layout of the buttons by dragging them up or down, and you can add them in by clicking and dragging them from the available services to the ones being used like this. If you don't want to use one, just drag it out of the list. You've also got some settings here, such as how many buttons that you want to show, and I'd recommend between 4 to 6 or 7. You've also got the background color of the Share plugin, the size of the buttons in your plugin, what shape you want the buttons to be, and all of this helps customize the look of Share and optimize it for your website and audience. Remember to save when you've finished. You can see all your shares by clicking on Clicks here, which will show you a graph of how many clicks that you've had. This can be useful because then you could test different buttons. Okay, that's Share all set up and working for you. You can just let it do its thing. The next plugin I want to install is WP Supercache. Search engines consider site speed to be an important factor in search rankings. This is why you should try your best to improve site load speed to an optimal level. To optimize your whole website quickly and easily, we have noticed that caching our website helped us improve site speed as well as balancing huge spikes in traffic. This is what WP Supercache will help you do. It makes it much faster to load your website's pages, which search engines love. So let's install it now. Go to Plugins and add New, and search for WP Supercache. Now install it, and once done, activate it. You'll now see a message at the top saying the plugin is disabled. Please go to the plugin admin page to enable caching. Just click this link and you'll be taken to this page, and all you do is turn caching on. Then update the status, and then test the plugin. That's all good, so we're good to go. WP Supercache is now working for you in the background, making sure your website is working at its optimal speed. And it's as simple as that. So let's now install our final plugin, Yoast SEO. This plugin is the most complete WordPress SEO plugin that exists today. It incorporates everything from a Google snippet preview and page analysis functionality that helps you optimize your page content, image titles, meta descriptions, so your content gets found in search engines. Let's get this awesome plugin installed and set up. Again, go to Plugins and Add New, and search for Yoast SEO. Install and then activate it. Great, now we've got that installed, and if you scroll down you'll see a new tool in your toolbar. Here is where your SEO tool is. I want to show you one of the best ways Yoast SEO can help you, and that's with your pages and posts. So I'm on our About page now, and here you'll see a new section which has been added because of the new plugin. This is giving us a preview of how this page looks in search results on Google. We can edit this, and we can also add in focus keywords to do with our products or services. This boosts our search engine rankings. It makes your content easier to find. Yoast SEO also lets you know how you can optimize your pages or posts, such as using focus keywords, minimum amount of words, using alt attributes on my images, and so on. It also lets you set templates for titles and meta descriptions. It's super powerful, and it's a game changer if you use this properly. This is all a bit advanced for this video, so if you want to get this plugin working fully, we have an amazing video all about it on our website, which will also be linked in the description for you. Well, that takes us to the end of this video. Congratulations, you've completed this and you've accomplished something not many people do. You now have your very own functioning website. You should be really proud. Well done. Your website is looking beautiful. Now show it off to everyone. I now encourage you to complete the journey and get MailChimp working with your call to action, so you can start collecting those email addresses. This is so important to do. It means you can get your products or services in front of your audience again and again. Without email lists, you'll struggle to become truly successful, and we've made it easy for you to get going. So enjoy the next video, which will quickly tell you all about MailChimp and get you set up. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to enjoy more great videos just like this one. Thanks for watching.